People often ask me why I am so obsessed with decentralization. Why build an entirely new global platform? To understand that, you have to zoom out. You have to look at the entire timeline of human history. We are taught that history is a series of random events, empires rising and falling by chance. But it's not. It is a calculated, continuous consolidation of power. We think the era of colonialism ended. It didn't. It just put on a suit and moved into boardrooms. Look at the blueprint. In 1835, Lord Macaulay presented his Minute on Education. The British Empire realized they couldn't control millions of people with just guns. They needed to colonize the mind. So, they designed a factory-style education system. The goal wasn't to create free thinkers or innovators, it was to manufacture obedient clerks. People who were native in blood, but colonial in taste and intellect. People who would gladly run the empire's administration for a paycheck. And the terrifying reality, that 1835 software is still running today. We still send our children to those exact same factories to memorize, obey, and become corporate clerks who pay taxes without asking questions. Then, look at how they captured the global economy and geopolitics. In 1945, they built the United Nations and sold it to the world as a peace project. But think about the mathematics of the UN. 193 nations can beg to stop a war, to stop a genocide, and a single superpower can drop a veto and keep the bombs falling. That is not democracy. That is a cartel protecting its war economy. And to fund this, they executed the ultimate financial heist in 1971. They detached the US dollar from the gold standard. They turned money into an illusion. Now they print trillions out of thin air to fund endless proxy wars, and you pay for it through inflation. They steal your time, your labor, and your wealth just by printing paper. For decades, this matrix relied on paper chains, fiat, borders, and bureaucracy. But humanity has just arrived at the most dangerous crossroads in our entire history: artificial intelligence. Imagine taking the people who designed the 1835 system and the 1971 trap and handing them the ultimate algorithm. The elites are weaponizing AI right now. They want to use AI to track your data, control your financial access, and build a permanent, inescapable digital prison. Human freedom becomes mathematically impossible. But every matrix has a vulnerability, and they made one fatal mistake. They gave us the internet, and we woke up. We are not asking them to fix their broken system. We are replacing it. This is why we are building GAIGS, the Global AI Decentralized Governance System. Think about what blockchain did to finance. It was the email moment of money. We are taking that same architecture and applying it to global power. Here is how the future actually works. First, we shatter the 1835 education matrix. We are introducing gamified education. With over 2 billion gamers on Earth, we are turning gameplay into real-world scientific exploration. We are evolving humans into the architects of the universe. Second, we are eliminating the corrupt politicians and the veto power. Through GAIGS, 8 billion humans will directly propose and vote on solutions. If your community needs a hospital, you don't wait for a politician to steal the budget. The community votes directly on their phones. Objective AI processes the logistics, and smart contracts release the funds instantly, with every single cent tracked live on the blockchain. Absolute mathematical transparency. We are taking the ancient blueprint of absolute equality, and we are hard-coding it into the digital age. The era of superpowers is over. The technology to free ourselves exists right now. We don't have to be obedient clerks in their digital prison. We can be the founders of an autonomous world. The timeline is resetting. Join the decentralized revolution. Let's build the future.